I'm the sports professor, Rick Horrow. Welcome to Beyond the Scoreboard, Inside the Mega Events. It's a trillion-dollar sports business, to be sure, and about 50 to 60% of those dollars are wrapped up in the mega events, the championships, Super Bowls, All-Star Games, World Series, Wimbledon, tennis majors, golf majors, NASCAR championships, IndyCar championships, Ryder Cup. All of those too numerous to mention. I'm in my office to kick off the show, but I'm not here a lot. I'll be on the road on a weekly basis to bring you the inside tips from those major events. The balance sheets, who wins, who loses, the interviews, how you put on the events, and how you sustain them. This is all brought to you by Edelman Financial.
Money doesn't come with instructions. That's why we created Edelman Financial Services to help you with everything from college and retirement planning to managing your investments, helping you achieve retirement security. We're among the nation's top financial advisors. Come see how we can help you.
Hey, Rick Horrow live at Mega Events, and let me tell you why I'm home. You've seen this scene. It's pretty standard, but I'm torn. Daytona 500, NBA All-Star. Daytona 500, NBA All-Star. Daytona, Charlotte. So I'll just talk about both. This is a rare weekend where two of the big mega events correspond and collide. First of all, as far as Daytona is concerned, this is a watershed year for NASCAR and ISC. It is a big-time, big race. You've got all of the top guys jousting for the lead. As the Super Bowl is upside down in racing, we all understand it is first, not last, on the calendar. Daytona will pack again nearly $200 to $300 million of economic impact twice a year here in July 4th weekend, far beyond any public cost of building facilities. That is beyond question. But as far as this industry is concerned, they have some issues. Sponsorship defections, attendance, Monster Energy at the near end of their agreement. Do they continue? And then finally, what about NASCAR and ISC? Does the public company get bought by the private company? Vice versa? What are the equities there? Obviously, Brian France no longer there. Jim France is. Lisa Kennedy running the International Speedway Corp entity. Where does that all go, and how does it all evolve at a time of consumer skepticism? Generally, it is a big time for NASCAR. So we're going to be looking at that event both on and off the track. Now, let's go to Charlotte. So the NBA, when you take a look at their numbers and their business, it is huge. Look at the metrics. Forbes just came out with its numbers, and the interesting thing about Forbes is all of the guys near the bottom of the list say the numbers are not accurate. The guys at the top of the list say this is what it's all about. So when you think about both of them, it can't both be right. Let's take a look at the numbers. The average franchise value, $1.9 billion, thanks to Tillman Fertitta and the Rockets, and thanks to Steve Ballmer and the Clippers years ago. But it is up 13% year over year from last year, and up 3 times since 5 years ago. Those are big numbers. Well, why? First of all, $24 billion from television, TNT and ESPN. Those certainly do not hurt. But the bigger number are the regional networks. 2017, Brooklyn, Charlotte, Dallas, Portland, all had new TV deals. This year, the Milwaukee Bucks and the Greek Freak, and next year, take a look at the Bulls and the Spurs as they hopefully continue to improve for their inevitable cyclical runs. Arenas. Milwaukee, a $529 million Fiserv arena, a big deal. Golden State opening their billion-dollar Chase Center next year for the Warriors, as if they need more help. Utah, Atlanta, Minnesota, Minneapolis, all substantial renovations. International, really important as well. China, you look at all of their deals, there are 300 million basketball fans. The Nets, 49% interest with the chairman of Alibaba. So, significant numbers. All of those numbers mean one thing, $8 billion in revenue, and it is huge. So, they even get better. Look at a couple of new developments. Turner announces proudly that all of the ads for their available windows for all of the festivities during the weekend have been sold out. That includes blue chip sponsors like Microsoft, Google, Apple, Turner, Disney, Sony Pictures, Universal Studios, and others. Oscars a week after. So obviously the blue chip sponsors, look at them again. Universal Studios, Warner Brothers, Sony Pictures, Turner, Disney, Apple, Microsoft, Google, McDonald's, Gatorade, all the big companies sponsoring the NBA stratospherically all over. The bottom line is the NBA clearly a corporate haven, individuals, superstars. By the way, James Harden, LeBron James in our Power 100, broken through on a consistent basis. They know how to use social media, and they know how to use all of the other aspects to make the NBA great. Also, appealing to the new millennials, the NBA and Players Association and Take-Two Interactive have come up with a deal where popular 2K game and others, NBA 2K19, $1.1 million deal, more than twice the value of the expiring deal. And the important thing to remember in this context is this is the way the NBA reaches out. It appeals to new millennials. So what's the challenge for the NBA? Well, a couple of them. The impact of free agency. Everybody talking about during the All-Star game, the players are running the institution. You remember how owners have gotten in trouble using those words. But the bottom line is LeBron James can get together with his friends and decide who may play for the Lakers next year. LeBron James leaves Cleveland. They were 15th in value, according to Forbes last year. Now, single-handedly, the Cleveland Cavaliers are 25th. Don't underestimate the value of a free agent, not just LeBron, but all the top stars. That's an issue that needs to be worked out at the bargaining table like it always should be. And then second, the haves and the have-nots. Nobody can doubt the Knicks are horrendous and are getting worse. Yet, according to Forbes' last valuation, they're worth over $4 billion. A $1 billion renovation of MSG, and their value has gone up 11% year over year, even though they haven't sniffed the playoffs in nearly 20 years. The bottom line is that the Knicks at that level are $4 billion. The Grizzlies, $1.2 billion, admittedly up 17%, but the difference between the big market and the small market and the haves and the have-nots combined with free agency gives the NBA something to worry about or ponder as they divide up their $8 billion and enter into the next round of negotiations. So all in all, I'm interested in this. I will watch it on TV. I will watch the NBA All-Star Stars competition on TV. I may not watch the NBA All-Star game itself. The over and under is probably nearly 200 times 2, probably 400. But the game's not there for defense anyway. And the bottom line is, Rick Horrow at mega events. We have 2. Next week, golf and baseball, 2 more. Talk to you then.